been said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Connor. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest...
There he goes! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bueno. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains in the screen. Is effective.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they will score. Touchdown Sooners.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds space on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU.
Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man, makes the grab. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Keith. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. LSU right back to the line. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Connor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That punt is just going to create all kinds of problems. It goes out of bounds, and let's see where they spot it. They're going to take over right around the 30-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Let's go, let's go. Here. You got two.
The give to the back. Powers through.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown LSU! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Connor. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Clinton. He's out past the 35. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Makes the grab on the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Now from inside the red zone. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Will run the offense out onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Got his man. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Heath. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Charcoal. Okay, great.
From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the heat. They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete to the right. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off-play action on 1st down. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And here
comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. It's Clinton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Bringing the heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time.
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
One more snap coming before halftime. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gonna run it. It's Rourke. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Wolf. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Connor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. This time it's complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw it. Floats it out in space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Makes the catch. It's Connor. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker is Connor. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Throws to the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game, so the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understand.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. LSU quick to the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Heath. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's looking deep. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tiger. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 15 to Florida. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's
turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Just keep slinging it. Just a little off. Incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Pulls it in. It's Clinton. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
He'll bring it out. It's Connor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, here we go. Trail.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Motion from the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Racing to the right. The 20. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Duggar. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
He lets it fly. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game.